Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Book of War. This is season 4, episode 4, I think.
That sounds right. Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. And as usual, I'm your host, Dan Collins, Delta, if you like, and with me for this season,
Dan Cullinan, Gamma.
may the best Dan win, as usual.
As usual.
So if you are wondering what you're currently watching, we are playtesting my rule set for what's called Book of War, which is a lightweight, easy-to-learn, fast-paced war game which replicates traditional D&D gaming. And we've been refining it for a number of years, and I run billions and billions of computer simulations to make sure that it's balanced and reflects classic D&D action. And if you want to know more about it, you can go to oedgames.com. And that's the title on the bottom of the screen that you're looking at right now. So this season, for years I feel like the basic units have been pretty solid, more or less. And this season what we're doing, which is largely experimental, is running with more exotic units and solo types like top-level fighters and wizards and dragons and giants and a bunch of stuff like that, and playing with the highest level spells possible in D&D. So this season, we're kind of learning more every time we play, and made some tweaks in the last couple of weeks. We've had some great conversations on the Wandering DM's Discord server, and I personally am so thankful for the great ideas that people have come up with. So I'll get into that in just a second. How has your last couple of weeks been, Dan?
They've been great. Kind of a roller coaster of weather here in New York area.
Yeah, right?
But kind of fun, too, in a weird way. I was glad to see a little winter before February ended.
It's funny because I think it was 2 days ago that was the first actual snow accumulation all year long.
Yeah, I know. Uh-huh.
And me being from Maine, I'm like, this is not winter. So, yeah, it was... Now, Isabel was actually in Florida visiting her folks, so she still hasn't seen any accumulated snow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This year or ever? No.
This year. Yeah. We've we've seen snow. We've seen snow. So that's a good point. Yeah, it's been a mild winter, and then it got really cold.
Yeah. So, but yeah, been good. Good.
Cool. Yeah, good. Getting ready for my academic semester that starts next week. So. Doing a lot of work on that. So I'm sure that'll be fine. Hey, Despair, good to see you tonight. It lasted, right, the snow lasted almost 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah, so
tough. Intense.
So tough. So let's talk a little bit about how confident do you feel tonight, Dan?
Well, I feel so confident, Dan, that I wore my business casual.
I like that personally. I like that you're showing respect.
That's right.
To the Book of War.
Time to straighten up and fly right.
Yeah. It's time to knuckle down and do some business with our playtesting.
That's right.
Exactly. So here's some of the things that we stumbled into last time that with our conversations on Discord, we're going to edit a little bit tonight and see if this works. So. Hobo Ogre saying, "Fear the well-dressed commander." I get that.
There you go.
There's a debate like with football coaches in the NFL, right? Ah. Do you dress, like a player, right, to be on the team,
right.
or is that itself egotistical and you should wear the suit and the tie?
Right. Ooh, it's a good question.
Because you're not actually playing, obviously.
Well, I guess we'll settle that tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Perfect. This is why we play. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to do for rules tweaks. The detection ability to detect hidden or invisible things, we agree we're only going to check it at the end of a move for the wizard or the dragon that detects stuff. Not going to have any effect tonight because nobody's invisible. Let's see. We're giving wizards invisibility to start with. And the protection from normal missiles ability, which would, it's a third level spell in D&D, which prohibits you from being killed by normal missiles. Now, again, that's not going to, well, actually, we're going to say your Lich is protected from normal missiles.
Okay.
That could have been important last time because that's how I won.
That's how he fell.
That's how the game ended, is I killed Gamma's wizard with normal missiles, actually. So.
Yeah.
Thanks to Julian Seeker for pointing out that chainmail, that's a standard wizard ability, so why not?
Why not?
Yeah. No flying in woods.
No flying in
No
woods.
flying in woods, and the possibility of setting woods on fire. Yeah. So I don't know if that's probably not going to come into effect either. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I tweaked as we're not going to test today. Okay, probably another night. Let me see. What does this say? Move Earth. Okay, so Gamma came up with a really clever thing. Move Earth. Initially, I said you can just move any terrain piece around, and we had a pond last time, and Gamma said, well, if I move the pond under some units, can I just drown your whole army? Which I had never considered before. So this was a major point of discussion the last week or so. I should have worn my hoodie like Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah, that would really settle this.
Yeah, that feels right to me. So we went back to the books and saw that in chainmail, Move Earth says you can move protuberances around. Protuberances.
This is funny.
Yeah. So the idea, like woods, like hills or woods.
Yeah.
So I think the current interpretation that we're running with is that for low-lying stuff, a marsh or a stream or pond, that's what lower water is for.
Right.
Right. And for stuff that's sticking upwards, like a hill or woods or rough, that's what Move Earth is for.
Perfect.
So that's what we're going to work with that. It kind of dodges the whole can I drown everybody issue. Gullies, you're just stuck with.
Okay.
If there's a gully, you can't. There's no spell to affect that right now. And I considered, actually today, I was considering, maybe I should have Move Earth let you seal up a gully. But then I was like, then you're going to have this exact same problem. If there's an army in there, do they just all die? Right.
Bury them.
I don't know. What do you feel about that?
No, I think there's I think there's something to be said for what you've decided.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it, but yeah, it seems pretty good right now.
So we're gonna try that. So Move Earth is for moving hills and woods and rough, and Lower Water is for eliminating marshes and ponds and streams. So we're gonna try that. Yeah. Feels about balanced. And I have a simple. If somebody starts flying here, I have a slightly simpler rule for determining the 3D range, which can affect missiles and spells and the detection. Right, so it's like I better have a simple rule that applies just uniformly to all that stuff.
Yeah.
Woods are 3 inches tall.
Okay.
Okay, so this keeps coming up. Coming up. So for somebody flying over the woods are considered to be 3 inches tall. So you're going to get 3 inches in the air in order to get over woods.
Okay.
That's documented on this post-it right here.
Okay.
All right. So how do the viewers feel about these rule tweaks? Yeah, and Disparel agrees. Moving a pond seems like a bit cheesy. It's Move Earth, not Move Water.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, and for those of you who might have heard me mention that I saw something in the Rules Cyclopedia last time, went back and looked, and it is in fact appears to be a magical construct, a floating castle with someone maybe waving at it or something. Not sure what's going on there, but not Move Earth.
Right. So we had this discussion last time about what's the ontological status of this of Move Earth. We've been talking about for about 2 weeks. So Gamma's interpretation was that actually it gets picked up and moved through the air.
Right.
And my interpretation is it's like a wave of water on the surface.
Right.
And so there is this really great image in the D&D Rules Cyclopedia, but it's in the section on creating magical moving constructs, like a flying ship or something like that. So great. I totally get why it sticks in your head because it's a great image. It really is.
Yeah.
Aaron Olson's Rules Cyclopedia was a nice product, honestly.
Definitely.
Okay, so I think that's the rules tweaks for today. I think the things that will come into play is possibly Move Earth, the range for the flying, and that's probably about it for tonight. So we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see. So Hobo Ogre is asking, does lower water work on running water? And we're going to say yes. Yeah. We're going to say yes. So you can target a stream and wipe the stream out.
Great.
Is how we're playing with that. So we'll see. See if we see how that works. Okay, so let's talk what we brought to the table tonight. And for the first time, anything in the rule set is fair game.
Great.
We've been limiting ourselves to test certain pieces, and so for the first night tonight, I have no idea what Gamma was going to bring. I had to be perfectly frank, like I told you beforehand, I have for quite some time been worried that a particular type of army is just going to break the game.
Yeah.
So I brought that.
Oh gosh, just my luck.
So I brought that, and we'll see if I just break the game. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe so. You know.
If we viewers, if we freeze mid game and you know call for help.
So let's see here. So if as we talk about our armies here, feel free to check on the website for oedgames.com/streaming, and you'll see the current rules that we're using and the current statistics for all the units that are in play. And you can feel free to double check that we did our army costs correctly. We're supposed to be spending 500 points, as we're supposed to be doing. Right. So Dan, what did you bring tonight?
So tonight I brought 10 figures of, these are actually Horse Archers. I brought 4 figures of Ogres. And I brought 20 figures of Medium Foot. I think it's fair to say it's my favorite figure.
I sympathize.
Yeah. But the one that really has me excited is the Lich on a Wyvern. So that's my exciting, and that's the experimental one that opened up this week.
You're right.
Yeah,
one of them.
Mm-hmm. One of them. Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And so the Lich on the Wyvern is currently priced at 200 points. So that's actually that one solo unit representing just one Lich on one Wyvern is 40% of Dan's army. And the miniature that I have currently that's on the table is just a Wyvern. So Gamma asked, "Where's the Lich?" So the Lich is currently unpainted. There is a Lich figure that's currently unpainted, and I just mailed it yesterday to our friend Max, who offered to paint it.
Oh, that's awesome!
So hopefully in a future game we'll get an actual painted Lich on the Wyvern.
But the Lich is invisible, isn't he?
Well, okay, but we know where he is because he's on the Wyvern, so I figured that wouldn't make much difference.
No, I'm just saying, so it's appropriate.
Well, there you go. It's perfect. Until he attacks, then he's supposed to be visible.
Well, that is a good point, yeah.
Right. So let's talk special abilities to make sure that we don't forget. So obviously the Horse Archers are allowed to move half, take a shot, and then move again after everybody else is all done.
Yeah.
The Ogres, when they attack, add another 50% to their damage.
Right.
Because they're really strong. And the Lich, the Lich has a list of abilities, which is like really extensive.
And now, the Ogres, do they get a +1 as well to hit? Or?
They do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Lich on the Lich on the Wyvern. So obviously you can fly at 24 inches. You've got long-range detection of 24 inches. Again, I'm not going to have anything that turns invisible, so that won't make a difference. You have fear like dragons do. Liches have fear. So if when you make contact with a unit, they have to make a morale check with no bonus, which is hideous. And since the Lich is in classic D&D by default an 18th level wizard,
yikes.
Dan has all the spells. Dan has all the 6th level spells that we simulate in the game. So you're starting with. That's great. That's great. So the Lich has 6 spells. Remember that in order to cast one, you can't move.
Right.
You got to stand there. You got to cast it. So,
okay.
But every single spell, every single 6th level spell in the game is on the table because Dan brought the Lich tonight.
Right.
Interesting. So some of us are comparing to like Warhammer rules, and I have the Warhammer set in my room that I consult myself. And one thing I don't think we've mentioned. You sent me the
Judges Guild City-State rules. I can't remember what it's called. City-State Warfare.
Yeah. City-State Warfare. Yeah. So I got a chance to read that like a week or so ago. I'm so glad you sent that over.
What do you think?
You know, it feels familiar. You know, it's not. You know, it's in kind of in the same vein as early wargaming, chainmail, Warhammer stuff like that. So I felt like. I felt it wasn't too dissimilar to a bunch of stuff. Now it's meant to be played on a hex map.
Right.
Right. It's meant to be counters on a hex map. So a lot of it is the whole like stacking, like how many pieces can I put in one hex stacking type stuff. But it's pretty similar, honestly, with move rates and morale and attack rates and stuff like that.
So I got another one for you. Have you ever seen this thing called Ralpartha Chaos Wars?
I've heard of it.
So I guess it's a system for the Ralpartha pieces.
Yep.
From back in the 80s.
Yep.
I just saw that the other day. The only thing I noticed about it is it was very, it was almost silent on the question of scale as far as I could tell. So it had all these rules, but I couldn't figure out what the scale was.
I feel that, that's a thing, like Warhammer, in the book that I have, the 6th edition, Warhammer Fantasy, it took me a long time to decode what the scale is.
Right.
And the problem is, at some point, they literally come out and go, it's 1-to-1. It's actually, every figure actually just represents one thing.
What?
Right. Which is totally counter to all the artwork.
Right.
Which represents giant, enormous armies in combat.
Yeah.
But, once again, when they have these solo figures, right, there's no scaling. They're in the same scale as everything else. So technically, everything's just like one single person.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Which surprised me.
Yeah, okay. That might be it then. Yeah.
But I think that's a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's a little embarrassing. So I feel that they don't put that front and center. That's the fact.
Right. Yeah.
Is my take on that.
Huh.
Anyway, we think very carefully about that here at Book of War headquarters. Okay. So what did I bring tonight? Okay. So we've got Gamma's Lich led army over there. So what I brought here is from bottom to top here, I brought 35 figures of Orc medium foot, which is the equivalent of Dan's human medium foot. I love my Orc medium foot, so I have an army that represents 350 Orcs on the table, and everything else is some kind of giant. So I have 3 mass figures of Ogres. So that represents 30 ogres. And I have 2 mass figures of trolls.
Yikes.
So that's 20 trolls. This right here is a figure of 10 hill giants.
Oh, no.
And then leading them are 2 solo storm giants.
What?
So there's solo storm giant number 1 leading the army. And there's his brother, storm giant number 2 leading the army.
And all that for the low price of $500.
Correct.
Impressive.
Correct. Right. Now, so once again, the storm giants are just representing one single storm giant. I didn't want to use a figure that's taking up an enormous amount of space. Right. So I'm using kind of a small figure, and to highlight that, I've got them propped up on a little booster seat. So they kind of stick up and they kind of catch our eye that those are the solo types.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, makes sense.
But 2 storm giants, 20 trolls, 30 ogres, 10 hill giants, and 350 orcs is what I really have.
Whoosh.
Yeah. And the special abilities are, if the orcs fight in the sun, they suck.
Right.
So -1 to hit, -1 morale. The ogres like yours get extra damage.
Right.
The hill giants can throw stones. The trolls regenerate. And the storm giants, have control weather.
I was going to ask, do you have any spellcasters?
Yeah.
So that's the tic-tac-toe game we're going to play, I think.
Possibly so.
Possibly
what I mean. So each storm giant can cast control weather once. So you know what they have. I don't have any option about it. They can cast control weather once each.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what's on the table tonight. Any other questions about that? Just kind of. So once again, viewers, if you see us glitch up as more and more abilities come into play, I'm as likely to glitch something up as anybody. So feel free to throw in the chat if you see us screwing something up or have a question about it, and try to keep us honest there. And some other stuff here from Disparel is also talking about there's a sort of Aragon game. Yeah. Which maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Interesting. That sounds cool. So and Disparel, of course, when I'm on, watches our games from me. Other times when I do video gaming, I tried to be back last Thursday, had a technical glitch. So hopefully 1 week from tonight, I'll finally be back with Pool of Radiance. Nice. Gods of the operating system willing.
Yep.
Yeah, the base is right. The base is I'm intentionally doing that on the solo types to so they don't get drowned out, and so we know they're giants. Right. Basically. Yeah. All right, so we will start off with an initiative roll to see who goes second, really, is what this does. So I hope I roll higher.
I've won initiative all but once.
Yeah.
It's like almost a little weird at this point.
Anyway. You're doing well.
Yeah, but on initiative, I'm excellent.
You're going to make me go first, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go back and forth with terrain to begin with. So I pulled up the terrain table there on the screen, and we're going to go back and forth 4 times is what's going to happen. Okay, so the first thing is going to be, holy crap. So I rolled a 12, which is a pond.
Oh, great.
I'm really surprised we got 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's the odds are that are pretty low.
So I'm glad that we tweaked the rule. I'm glad that we determined the rule for Move Earth. Okay, now I actually have to think about how I'm gonna play this army. Okay, so almost entirely giants. I mean, in classic D&D, they count as giant types, giant class, we would say. So you got Horse Archers, you got Medium Foot, you got Ogres, and you got that Lich, currently invisible Lich on a Wyvern.
That's right.
I think I'm gonna, if you could move the
these?
dice,
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do this.
Great.
Just to be miserable.
All right. Okay. Oh no! Get out of town. Do you have 2 pawns?
I think I do.
Wow. Special night already.
All right. That wasn't part of the plan.
How many games has that happened? 2 pawns?
I don't think ever.
Ever.
I think
Never.
that's the
First time.
Yeah. Where would you like to place this pawn?
Yeah, okay. I think...
Could it be one big pawn?
maybe. I don't know. For some reason, I'm kind of drawn to that idea. Yeah, what the hell?
Great. Now it's a lake. I'm going to switch the dice. Give me one of the casino dice there.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I don't want any more pawns. Let's see here. Okay, so my second thing is 3, which is rough.
Oh, here's this one.
So this would be like a boulder-strewn plain or something like that. I think you get half movement if you're on here.
Okay.
Interesting. How about here?
Oh no.
How about that?
Okay.
We might have a lot of terrain tonight. Okay,
No.
7's clear.
Yeah.
My third roll is also a 7.
Oh
crap!
Look at us with the
crazy, the extreme
extremes,
terrain.
Yeah, gully.
Okay, so here's the gully, which we just said, right? With move, this is the one thing you get that Move Earth cannot affect, according to current rules. So basically, it's a reverse hill. All right, you can go into it for free. Coming out of it, you got to pay 2 inches.
Okay.
It blocks missiles unless you're right on the edge.
Okay. I think I'll put the gully here.
Got it. Okay, and my fourth roll, 7-0.
All right, and it's my fourth roll. 4.
Or
Hill.
Okay. I was worried we weren't going to get anything that actually literally sticks upwards.
Yes,
Here's a hill.
All right, here's a hill. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. I see. My storm giants can throw stones, right? The answer is yes. So I asked because when I was doing the math on that, it was very borderline about whether one single storm giant throwing enormous boulders, is significant enough to actually do damage at this scale. So I think the answer came out yes.
Okay.
Just barely.
All right.
You might for what's worth, my hill giants, right? With 10 hill giants throwing stones, they do 2 damage.
Right.
One single storm giant throwing bigger stones does only 1 damage.
Right.
At this scale, so
right.
It works. All right. Let's see if there's any comments about our terrain here. Yep. So Disparrow's point about my army is correct. Obviously, I'm not going to tell Gamma what he said. It's not too surprising. You already know. So Disparrow thinks that your horse archers are going to be a pain in my backside because I have no cavalry or flyers to deal with them.
Yeah. Let's hope that's true.
What am I going to do about the horse archers?
Yeah.
I have no archers.
Right.
I have no cavalry. I have no flyers.
I mean, you have some missiles, but
just with the giants.
Yeah.
Right. Just with 1, 2, 3 figures.
Right.
That's it. Ogres don't throw stones. So we'll see. It's a good point. And now we will roll for weather. Do you want to? I always have you do this. Do you want to do it, or should I roll for weather?
I'm happy to do it.
So once again, 1 roll for the starting weather.
6.
So it starts off rainy.
Oh no.
Which is unusual.
That's terrible.
Okay. Let's see here. So I'm gonna mark that on screen.
That's not good for the horse archers, is it?
It is not. So I got a little icon on the top screen right now marking that this fight is in rainy weather. And so this is going to be one of these long slugs. So everybody moves half.
Okay.
Horses, that gets doubled, so they move a quarter.
Yeah.
Horse archers specifically can't shoot at all in the rain, right? Because they have compound bows. So a little bit of historical information, if you don't know, they have compound recurve bows that are made out of multiple pieces that are glued together, and the glue gets diluted and washes away in the rain, so you can't take them out.
That's right.
As opposed to Northern European single piece of wood longbows it's not great, but you can actually use them in the rain.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's what happened to the horse archers right there.
Hey.
Totally can't do any archery with the horse archers. You can still melee. They have swords.
Right.
They lose their double attacks because it's crappy terrain in the rain. And if there were any other missiles, like actually my giants throwing stones will be at -1 in the rain.
Right.
Yeah. That was a bad roll for Gamma.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Right, and I'd probably use I think it's the terminology of that kind of bow changed in the 20th century. So if you read stuff from 1950 and read stuff from 1970, the terminology actually changed in those couple of decades. So good. Let's see. So starting off rainy, and now I have to set up all of my forces, and Gamma can respond.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, it's more or less how I have it set up actually. Now the question is, do I want my orcs up front or do I want them behind? My army is evil, so I'm gonna have the weaker type up front.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. That's how we troll.
We're here all night, folks.
Do I like that? So my ogres I have to have as one unit. My trolls are two separate units.
Okay.
Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so there you go. So half of my orcs here, backed by ogres. All my giants are here in the middle, and then half of my orcs over there, backed by trolls.
Okay.
So how are you going to set up?
I'm just reeling from this rain issue. Oh well, I gotta just suck it up and deal. I think what I'll do is this guy over here. This guy's over here. Oh. And yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you've got your horse archers.
These are separate. These are separate.
Right.
Yeah.
Backed by your 40 ogres.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting your Lich and Wyvern with the medium foot over here. Okay, so here's a little question just occurred to me. So the rules say that in rain, everybody's move is halved.
Yeah.
What about flyers?
I mean, it kind of might make sense to also have their movement. I don't know. I'm not sure.
What did I do in the simulator for that?
Right, that's a good question.
I feel like I didn't
Okay.
reduce it. Viewers? Do you have any? What is your opinion about should the flyer movement be halved? Probably not. I feel. So while we're thinking about that, Desparrow is asking this excellent question. Asked, what happens with contested control weather if both Gamma's Lich and my Storm Giants both wanted to do it? So every time you cast control weather, you can move the weather state by one unit. So it might go back and forth.
That's why I called it tic-tac-toe.
Right. That's exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. Now, I will point out that there is another possible use of control weather is you can summon a whirlwind that works like an air elemental.
Right.
So there is another option according to original D&D.
Yeah.
But the normal use is just move between sunny, cloudy, and rainy. Move it one step.
Yeah, and you have two casters who can do that.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, there's no way I can win that game.
Basically, yeah.
But if I cast it at the beginning of my round, I can unleash arrows for that round.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You get the spells happen the same. So all attacks happen at the same time. Melee, archery, spells, all at the same time, and you get to decide. You get to decide what the ordering is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe I'll get one volley at you at some point.
I hadn't thought about that. Damn it. Okay. All right. Fine. Good. Smart. That's good. So the if control weather goes off, it moves it by one step, and it's sticky, right? So that's not a spell that in classic D&D requires concentration. Even if you kill the caster, you still change the weather.
Right. Okay.
And it's sticky like that.
I got it.
So it's fire and forget.
Nice.
I guess I would say.
Nice.
And I will say, so the rain here is not considered to be like a thunderstorm, right? It's kind of a light rain that the fight can still continue in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that in a light rain, like we're thinking about, the flyer is still okay.
So the idea is that the ground movement is half because of mud.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no mud in the air.
I'm just gonna write that down as a question.
And yeah. Yeah, I could see you making the argument either way. That seems like a good call. I could also see you saying visibility gets so bad up in the sky.
Yeah.
That'd be a reason if you were looking for reasons. But no, I think it makes sense not to.
The Sparrow here was leaning towards having the movement, thinking about the wind and the rain and the visibility, and you don't have wind screens. It's falling into the It's falling into the empty eye sockets of your Lich directly running.
Yes, that's true.
right. The Wyvern's getting confused. That's yeah.
I could see doing it, but I think I honestly think right at this moment we should just go with your gut on what you did in the simulator. And it sounds like you think you did not have it.
I think I did not have it. I think I'm visualizing the code of that function, and I think the weather halves the movement, and then later on it says like if you're flying, then set your speed to that.
Okay.
I think is how I.
Well, dang it! I paid for that movement.
Yeah. That might be tricky. Anyway, so we'll go with that. That's what we'll go with for tonight. That could be a terrible mistake. Disparrow's talking about the terrain, and presumably it's been raining all day, so mud.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
But also for game purposes, even if you switch from cloudy to rain mid game, just for simplicity, I'll just say it's
right.
It gets boggy underfoot.
You got to just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's the idea. Anyway, feel free to tell us if we're wrong with that. So I guess I have to move first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody moves forward as far as they can.
Okay.
we are an aggressive army. Now again, that's halved. So my orcs can only go 4.5 inches. And these guys will just fall behind. 4.5 inches here. And my giants will be moving 6 inches each, is what it is. Okay, so some of my giants are down the gully, which would protect them from missile fire if that was important. I don't have any attacks, so it's your turn.
All right. My goodness. Just give me 30 seconds here. I want to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Oh.
So Dan's looking at his spells, and remember, if he's going to cast a spell, the Lich has to not move.
And then this is that, right. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. I would like to full advance. Hold on. Yeah, yep. Full advance. And full advance.
Really?
So, yeah. 24, right?
Okay. I think so. Yeah.
24. All right.
Full speed for the Lich riding the Wyvern.
Yeah. Medium foot goes 9.
Which is 4.5.
Which is 4.5, of course. So we'll say he's airborne over the rough. Is that the idea? Okay.
So you could your altitude could be as high as 12 at your option.
Oh, okay. No, I don't want to go that high. Maybe I just want to go high. I want to be able to land pretty soon. Does it matter how? I mean, you can drop how many each?
Same thing. So half what you move.
Half what you move.
Half what you move. Yeah.
Okay, why don't I go 6?
Use that D20 there to mark that.
All right.
Cool. 6 inches in the air. So
this is a quarter, so it's 6.
Correct, exactly. Normally 24, but in the rain 6.
Okay, gotcha. And that's just because horses are really bad in mud.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And ogres are
As
4.5.
I've read it about Agincourt in places.
Ah, right. 4.5.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you have any attacks? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Right. I'm just going to remind myself what the Liches got. You got flight, you got detection, you got spells, you got fear. And you got protection from normal missiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would need to land to cast a spell, right?
God damn it. God damn it.
Or are they kind of like helicopters? They could just...
Okay, so the flying rules say they're definitely not like helicopters. You gotta
Right,
move.
right.
So can the caster on the back? I'm gonna say you gotta land in order to cast.
All right.
Yeah, first edition AD&D has this like complicated like I'm unstable and there's a minus I think and you gotta.
But that's for normal attack. What about spell casting?
Yeah, you're right. That's a good
for
point.
bows.
That's a good
right?
point.
I do feel like there is an AD&D rule in this, and I forget
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Does anybody know?
Well,
what
I think there's like a flying carpet rule. It's like the
Yeah.
flying carpet is specially stable and you can cast on it. I think. I'm recollecting all these super, all these super niche cases. I'm going to say you got to land a cast.
Yeah. For this,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So you'd have to land, and then the turn after that you could cast.
Right, because you moved
Yeah.
your turn. Right.
Yeah. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is another thing I hadn't thought about. All righty. So it's my turn. Okay. Now, admittedly, I am targeting your Lich Wyvern combination. I would like them to be out of the game. Remember that solos automatically hit?
They automatically hit missiles too?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot that. Against solos, they automatically hit?
They
Solo
do.
automatically hits a
Yes.
solo.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
All right.
Yep. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna move forward as much as I can. I'm gonna move the giants up the top of the hill. If they get there, I'm gonna have to pay 4 inches to get out of the gully in the rain.
Yeah.
It's all slippery slope in the rain.
Okay.
And that's what I do. Okay, so orcs are moving 4.5. These guys can keep pace. 4.5. Right, so my giants move 12. Is that true for the storm giants? The storm giants move 15 actually. Okay, which is 7.5. So that's 5 inches, and to get up, I'm at 9 inches. Yeah, so I'm at 9 inches, and then to get up this hill costs 13 inches. So I guess I can get up to here, and I'm going to aim at where your Lich is.
Okay.
And so probably same thing here. That's 2. I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15.
Okay.
And these hill giants move 12, so there is... I miscounted. I wasn't counting the double in the normal terrain. I should be able to get up there.
And you took the rain into account?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, this is 6, and then getting up out of here is 10, and then, yeah, then I don't have enough movement to get up here. All right, so that's my move, and if I move, I can't cast spells. I don't have any attacks, so it's your turn.
All right. So, All right. I would like to come down to land and
Yeah.
well, once I'm in melee though, it's hard to get out, right? Or can solos just flee at any time? Once I'm engaged?
Anybody can turn
flee
around.
directly.
Yeah, anybody can turn around and flee directly.
Okay.
Away, yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to try to just strike fear and do it by engaging.
All right.
Meanwhile, keep chugging along, and same. But in melee, I can't cast a spell.
Correct.
Ah.
Correct.
I still want to use this fear. I want to use this fear. I mean, you got to do something. You got to choose, right? There's like a whole lot of powers that he has.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the fear. Okay. So that's my move. Okay, so here we go.
And it's a good unit to use it against.
Yeah.
It's a big unit. And only one health. Okay, Desparrow is looking, for what it's worth, Desparrow is looking up the AD&D flying spellcaster roll, which I really appreciate. It says normal spell use while riding a flyer mount is of course impossible, though certain magic devices may be used.
Ah, great.
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
We got it right.
That's 1E, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Wonderful. So
I'm really relieved that I kind of got that right. I was really worried. I was really glitching stuff up there.
6 is quarter movement, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Desparrow.
Mm-hmm. And then these guys can go 4.5.
I like that Gygax, of course, wrote, of course it's impossible. You have to be a crazy person to think otherwise.
So, that's no problem.
Yeah,
and I'm only 6 high, so I'm going 12.
Yeah.
I'm going to come down 6.
Yeah, you got plenty there.
Boo.
Take this off here. Great. So you're attacking here. So I'm going to start off the fear effect. I need my orcs to make a morale check. I don't get any ratio advantage. So there is 1 for their health,
right.
-1 because they're chaotic.
So you need a 9.
I just need a 9. Or the whole unit just evaporates.
I mean, the odds are against you, let's face it.
Yeah. Okay. The fear effect sucks, frankly. 9, 7.
Oh, yeah.
The whole unit's gone. All right.
Thank goodness.
So
I really needed that.
So the Wyvern and the Lich come diving down on my orcs, and they're just like, we are out of here! No! All right. Dump all these guys off. All right. Well, it's not the best start. Got it. So it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. Now you are at ground level.
Ground level.
Here.
I'm on ground level, yeah.
Do you think I have line of sight here with this storm giant? This is like a really important question, so feel free.
Because it will be the end of my.
That is correct.
So
Because
so can I ask? And I always forget this. How?
No, you're 2 health actually. This wouldn't be the end of it.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
but it's still important.
Yeah.
There's 2 levels here.
Yeah.
Will you remind me? Has an inch each or?
They block anything. That's probably the important thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
They're half an inch is what they are.
So. The giant is how many levels high?
None.
Okay,
0.
all right.
0.
And
Yeah.
same with the wyvern.
Correct.
So.
It's really close.
We need one of those army painter. Well, here.
You can use a ruler if it's
Here, yeah, let's
useful.
see. Like, if we put this from base to base, it does
It's
look like
right
it,
on the edge.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like there is a line of sight there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take advantage of that then. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to have my Storm Giant throw an enormous rock on your Wyvern.
Okay.
My Ogres, I don't want. I'm going to cut half the distance with my Ogres.
Okay.
And these Hill Giants will go up on top of the hill, and so will the Storm Giant, and then these guys all go move as far as they can. Okay, so I can go. That counts for about 6. That's fine. These guys can go 4.5. These guys keep pace.
Yeah.
So this here costs 4 inches in the rain.
Yeah.
6, 8
Mm-hmm.
is where I'm at. And this costs 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, and I'm just barely on the top tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the firing arc on these guys is straight ahead over to here.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can go 45 degrees to the right and all the way around to the left.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So my attacks are, just like you said, so this Storm Giant drops a giant boulder on your Lich Wyvern, so I hit you for 1 out of your 2 health.
Yeah, okay.
If I do it again, they're done.
Yep, gotcha.
And our judge is coming by to make sure everything is working properly. Thank you, Yelly.
Yeah, you're good. You're a good boy.
Desparrow's reminding us about an old Batman the Animated Series, which is a great series, by the way, in which someone has a really complicated backstory, and then Killer Croc comes in and just yells, "I throw a rock!" Yeah, anybody ever see? There's an episode of Samurai Jack, right? Which is one of the best episodes I've ever seen, in which they have this whole like Legion of Doom backstory of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villains, and they're in a hut and they're planning an ambush on Samurai Jack, right?
Uh-huh.
And the whole thing and their superpowers and so forth takes almost the entire episode.
Yeah.
And then in the last 2 to 3 minutes, Jack finally walks into the ambush, and it's over in 15 seconds. I'll just say it's over. There's a drop of water that comes down in the rain, and it cuts into slow motion. And before the drop of water hits the ground, the whole thing's over. It's one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. So I think it's your turn, right?
Yeah. All right.
I need to get rid of that Lich.
All right. I would like to make a half move. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is cast Change Weather to Cloudy.
Got it.
Then I'm going to make a half move and fire on these. I think actually I'll fire on this. Oh, the single figures are hard to hit though, right? What's the deal with missiles on single figures?
Correct. It's a 1 in 6 to confirm a hit.
Yeah, so I'll fire on the Orcs.
Yeah.
All right. And that's all I can do, I think.
Are these other guys moving? Because really, to begin with, you just have to declare moves.
Oh, you're right. And also that Wyvern's going to die if I leave it there. All right. Change of plan.
Yeah.
Wyvern's going to take off. And you know what I think I want to do? I just want to fly over here and engage them.
That's unfortunately smart.
And I think it's within my movement. We shall see.
24 inches.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do there, and so that's instead of casting a spell, alas.
Right.
I'll continue to move. I don't want to get in range of these freaking boulders. All right. I'm gonna move these guys up a full movement. I think it'll bring me right up to the behind them. Move these up a full movement and do what I said with the Wyvern.
Got it.
And I think I'm gonna leave these here for now.
Got it.
All right.
Crazy.
All right. So let's do the Wyvern first.
So are you within 24 inches for the flying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily,
Yeah.
no problem. So I'm just gonna hop. I think I'll come over to this side so I get a little bit away from.
Okay. We have a fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Well, we have the template for turns and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure.
But if I start on the ground, I see. So let me go back.
Yeah, you know what? I see how you can do that because you're allowed to turn for free, so you can turn this way and arc around that way. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
But you're right. I need to remember that. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay. So here we go with a 4.5 here. And 4.5. Oh, that would bring me exactly up to the. We're caught up.
There's a question from Julie in the chat, an excellent question about the rule where solo figures basically automatically hit, and that is something I haven't changed. If you look at Book of War First Edition, page 13, under attacks, it has always said there, according to my math analysis, it says the most salient figure is their in mass combat is their attacks per round. At this level, one almost always hits any normal creature automatically and does a full hit die of damage. So factors like armor and attack level become irrelevant.
And range, apparently.
Range,
yeah. as far as long or
correct.
Short, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Correct. Because you just have such an enormously high chance to hit
bonus,
that the little modifiers in D&D don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're done your move. So you got this Wyvern attack coming up, and again the fear effect kicks in. So I have to make another morale check here, and I need to roll a 9 or I lose that unit.
Good luck.
6. That doesn't work either. Okay, so that's the fear effect. Where's my box?
I tell you what, that's the best 200 points I ever saw.
Okay, well, that's made short work of my orcs. All right. Well, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have this storm giant throw boulders, and that's going to eliminate your lich, unfortunately. Don't take. No, I got to move first. So
okay.
So I'll just. He'll turn to, which is free, to aim at them, and the ogres go forward full, and the trolls again move half, so I don't get in my own missile fire. That's pretty good. And these storm giants are going to get up to like here.
All right.
Where do I need? I guess I'm going to have these hill giants move forward a little bit and aim at your medium foot.
Okay.
Just for safety. So pretty clearly I can do this. These storm giants, that costs 4 to get up, and that costs 8 inches, which is clearly doable.
Yeah.
These guys move forward full, which is 6. Move half this, and I'm just going to aim over there. So my attacks are storm giant throws boulders. That eliminates your lich.
Shall I?
Yes, please. Okay. All right. So, do we like that rule? Do we like the solos automatically hitting in range combat?
So, I'm just trying to think. I don't want to delay us too much here, but
this is important, though.
I think it's a little bit of a cognitive dissonance with the
Yeah.
OED rules versus D&D rules.
Got it.
So the D&D
Got
rules,
it.
you're right. It's like nothing.
Right.
Like long range outdoors is insane, and it's like a -1 to hit.
Right. Right.
In that scale, D20 scale.
Right.
So you're right. It's almost like, who cares, right?
Right.
So it would be the same as a melee attack, basically.
Yeah.
So I think you're onto something with that. Now, I think in an OED rules, though, we're talking that would have been what, like 200 feet away or something, and then we're getting into modifiers that would affect even the most. Right, -20 to hit.
Yeah. If you do honest ballistics numbers, and my take is, there's not many solos that I awarded with ranged attacks.
Right.
Right. So like for high level fighters, I said like the arrows they're shooting aren't significant enough
Right.
to correspond to 10 people shooting missiles. So the only solos that I gave range attacks to are just the Cloud and the Storm Giants, or just the solo giants, and I think I did that to make it interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel like that combined with the auto hit rule might be a toxic combination.
Well, it just means that you can't get anywhere near them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So maybe I should just scrap the ranged attacks from the solos entirely to avoid that. Maybe.
Well, didn't you say you were also on the fence about whether they would do enough damage?
Yes, exactly.
So maybe
for
that would
reason.
tip it back.
Yeah. So would it be?
You probably need to reprice them, though.
I think so.
I mean,
And that was another thing, because I also wanted them to be at least 50 points to get over that level. So those were the things that I was grappling with.
So that might be a problem, because if you take that away, I don't know what it'll do to the price.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Storm Giants will be okay. It's actually the Cloud Giants that I'd be more worried about.
Okay.
The Cloud Giants, I don't know how valuable they'd be at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the things we're going to be thinking about next time.
Yeah.
I might.
Interesting. Yeah.
So is it, if you bring Storm Giants to the table, they can melee and they can control the weather, and that would be it. Is that interesting enough? Maybe. Yes. Maybe. I was on the fence about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question, though. You make everybody else have a hard time hitting solos. Why don't you make solos have a hard time hitting solos at range? It's because they have so many bonuses. I understand. We'll figure this out later.
Wait a minute. You know what? Okay. All right. Okay, hold it. This is exactly what I was talking about. Sorry. So what did I write here? Ranged hits require a confirm roll of 6 versus man size, 5 to 6 versus larger. I mean, I hit you automatically.
But we didn't do
We should check that.
We should confirm.
We should confirm that.
All right. So a 5. So is
it
I'm man size or am I wyvern size?
You're wyvern size.
So that's larger.
Yeah.
So 5 or 6.
Right.
So
okay. So the wyvern's probably going to come back. We're going to rewind it a little bit, and the wyvern's going to come back on the table.
I could. I mean, that's a 1 in 3 chance it's still gone. So that changes everything.
Yes, it does.
I'm fine with.
Right.
I'm fine with it now.
Yeah. Okay. Did I put that in the simulator? I think I did. I think that's got to be in the simulator. I assume. I'm visualizing the code. Yeah.
2 things to check: the rain flight and the solo missiles.
That does feel better, right? It totally feels better.
Now
right?
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it's a mass unit, this is
if it's
totally
a mass unit, then
right,
boom, they just auto hit.
And this is the whole point of the OED ranged refinements is exactly this. As a mass unit, you can hit automatically, and a solo you can't.
Exactly.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to you roll a big die here. So
yes,
I hit you twice.
Writing on this. This could decide the game.
I apologize for the rules glitch. So I hit you twice, and I'm going to roll this right here twice, and 5 or 6 is an actual hit for these 2 attacks.
Oh, God.
Okay, so here was the first one that happened a turn ago. Okay, so I missed you.
So that means I'm back.
Yeah.
At least I might have
right,
one.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And for the second shot that I took, that hit you.
So I still have one. I have a damage. Then.
Yes.
I think I was here.
Yeah,
Does that look about right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Correction. I'm glad we caught that before any more time
way
spent.
better.
Yeah.
That feels way better to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I think so too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we had the conversation
Yes.
before another turn went by.
Definitely.
Okay, so the Wyvern. Okay, so I need to do more work, but I can throw next time, right? I can throw next time if I want.
You can keep throwing.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep on throwing.
Viewers, you agree with what just happened? All right. So we have this rule for specifically missile attacks against solos because they're smaller than a big army.
But I believe it is my turn now.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can get the hell away from these missiles. Okay.
Thought I was done with them.
Now the trouble is,
Desparrow called that a minute ago in the chat. He saw what was about. He saw the correct ruling that we just came up with.
oh, good call, this barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. All right. So I think what I would like to do. These are not solo figures, singles.
Correct.
Okay.
Those are mass units of trolls. And while Gamma's looking through the cards, Julian's got a question about the first edition Book of War had solo on solo attack number. That I scrubbed. For simplicity. Maybe that wasn't a good move.
All right. I think what I would like to do.
Now you just declare movements to begin with.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Movements. I'm gonna do a. Well, yeah. I guess I'll do a full movement forward with everything, except I think I'm gonna cast a spell, so I'm not gonna move.
That really does change stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and move everything.
Cool.
4.5. Oh, but I hit rough.
Yeah.
So that's half movement again.
Correct.
Right? So I do 3.5 because it's 2 inches of rough.
Let's say yes.
Okay. And then you just work out right behind them. This is 6. I'm just trying to stay right on the edge of that pond.
Cool.
Yeah. And these guys keep up, but then the other guys only go 4.5. Right? Am I getting that right with the ogres?
You're right. Yeah, totally correct.
4.5. Okay. So now, that's movement. Now
Yeah,
shall I?
exactly.
Okay.
Attacks and spells.
Okay. So, boy, man, I'm really torn here.
You know what? I forgot. You know, I'm gonna just for a little flavor. I'm gonna put on the rain audio for our viewers. I should have had to begin with.
Yes.
Tell me if that's too loud or something like that.
All right.
So and there's the comment in the chat from Bacquies, and we've joked about it, about possibly bringing an army that's all solos.
Right.
I think Warhammer has a rule against that. I think something like that.
Right. I'm sorry. So I think what I want to do, I'm really going to gamble here.
There's a lot of spells over there.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Now wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The Lich. Does the Lich have normal missile protection?
Yes, and normal missiles are
Arrows.
Correct.
So not stones.
Correct.
Not big boulders.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to do. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Stupid question.
Yeah.
If I move Earth, the figures on the earth go with it, right?
Correct. That's the current one. Yeah. So moving earth, the current tweak is you scoop up the figures and carry them with it like a wave, and you can't move it into other terrain.
All right. I want to move this hill. Oh, you can't move it into other terrain?
Yes. That's right. You cannot move it in other terrain for simplicity. Yeah.
That means I can't move this hill back.
Correct.
Okay.
You move forward, move it side to side.
All right.
You can move it on to the side for 2 turns and then move it back.
As long as the range allows.
Right.
Okay. Oh wait, but I can't make a turn. I can't go like in one turn. Wait. Oh,
you can move it 6 inches. You could. I mean,
I can move 6 inches and then 6 inches in another direction in the same turn.
A different turn.
Okay, so only one direction per turn.
Okay, look, I never considered turning. I never considered turning the terrain.
But a 3-point turn.
Yeah. You broke me, Dan. I don't know what to do about that. Can the terrain turn? Let's treat it like it's a unit. Okay, so it's
So about face would be half movement,
right.
and
Well,
so would side face.
So pivoting, if it's 4 inches across, pivoting 45 degrees would cost 2 inches.
Okay. Hey, I like that. I think that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I think I just want to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's. I think that's no, but then you can just immediately flip around next turn.
True.
I think I want to go. And then what happens to these guys if I hit them?
They get scooped up.
So they'll be on the hill?
Yep.
All right, let's do that just for fun. I don't even know if this is the right tactical
Okay.
move. It just looks like fun.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm going to go.
Okay, so measure the like one side that you're moving 6 inches.
One side? Like, like one of these sides?
Well, so like if we have a normal unit, like if I have my orcs.
Oh, I would move
Right.
like from there to where I want to go.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I think I'm moving that end 20. It looks like basically 22 inches. Look like.
Okay. You can only move it 6 inches.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Right.
it says range 20.
There you go.
There
you go. Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry to take away the.
I just want to spin this.
Spin it 6 inches is fair game.
All right, so then I think 6 inches is a little bit less exciting for me.
I hear that.
I'm sorry. Let me just regroup.
Yeah, that's fine. Fine. So the range of move earth is 24 inches, but the movement you get out of it is just 6.
All right.
You can see the contrast with lower water. If you use lower water, the thing's just gone.
Right.
But move earth affects more stuff. It lasts longer, but it's somewhat more gradual. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that got the amazing thing got yanked away there.
No problem. You know what? I'm just gonna cast death spell on one of your on one of your trolls. That's what I'm gonna do.
Got it.
So I have to give back the.
Yes.
Okay. So here's death spell.
Show it to the viewers if you would, please, on the overhead.
Oh, on the overhead.
Okay. I think they can read it easier that way. So death spell. What does it do? It wipes out five hits, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This inflicts 5 damage on a single unit.
Got it.
Must have 8 health or less. So I think the trolls have 6, right? Here.
Correct. So they're just barely alive.
Right. So here I'm turning in my.
Good. Which figure do you want to cast that on? Further, closer.
I think I'll do it on the. Yeah, I think I'll do it on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's it for me.
when do I regenerate? Is it on my morale phase? Oh, these advanced units. During their own morale phase. So I start regenerating right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 4 now.
Correct. So you kind of want to tag them with 2 damage before I totally regenerate.
Yeah.
Okay, so my turn. So the 1 damage from the storm giants from their stones is not doing that. The trolls. How well could I hit your wyverns here? Is what I'm thinking. I get 2 attacks. I wouldn't have to do 1 damage each. I don't think I can get within. Like I'm trying to think if I can get those trolls into melee with your wyvern there on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Not in the rain, probably, right? You're 9. What is it?
It's actually 12.
Oh, 6 inches.
Yeah.
No, if it was 6 inches, I would have disintegrated you. I think. In my estimation.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. My estimate is I think I'm further than 6 inches away.
That's why I didn't use disintegrate.
Now, for what it's worth, you can't use disintegrate against a mass unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually something you can only use against the solo unit.
But it says here, I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah.
You shoot or raid atomizes one object
Yeah.
or creature. What does it mean by object then?
If we had fortifications,
Okay.
you could disintegrate a wall.
Up to a 10-foot cube of matter.
Right.
Solo creatures get a save. I think that was the wording that. I mean,
Okay.
I think when I saw a rule for solo creatures, I was like,
see,
oh,
I
so
see.
non-solo creatures don't
I
get a
see.
save.
Okay.
So that's good to know.
I'm
Yeah.
going to clarify that.
Yeah.
So it's partly, there's the language from normal D&D.
Yeah, and I'm just
got
not
in
that
there.
familiar with the
Yeah.
spell. That's what it comes
Got
down
it.
to. It's like a 6th level spell.
Yes.
Yeah, I just never get there.
Yeah.
I'm like always level 1, 2, 3.
This is why I want to do this actually,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think that perennially we all feel that high level D&D is maybe broken
Yeah.
because it hasn't been played enough.
Exactly.
That's exactly why I wanted to do this with you to try to iron out exactly these issues.
Yeah, totally.
And actually, I'm gonna be running a game next Friday where I try to do that with OED
Cool.
man-to-man rules.
Nice.
Actually, and I'm sure I'm going to run into a whole bunch of crazy stuff as well.
Fun.
So that's what I'm currently doing these days.
It's awesome, man. All right.
All right, so I'm going to keep the trolls. I'm going to keep the trolls where they are, which I'm not happy about. That's not good for trolls to just be hanging around not doing anything. I'm going to send my ogres forward. I'm going to reposition my hill giants to aim that way, and that's all my movement. Okay, so these guys move forward 4.5 in the rain. Right, reposition these ogres in that direction. So that's my movement.
Okay.
And my attacks are I'm throwing boulder at your wyvern.
Yeah.
I can't shoot because he moved.
Right.
And I'm going to have this storm giant cast control weather.
Okay.
And summon a whirlwind.
Oh my goodness.
So since it's already rainy, I don't need to do that.
No.
So now we're going to debate the whirlwind rules.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a whirlwind that I'm controlling. There's just a counter there to represent it. And so again, here is a little bit of interpretation that I have done to make this useful. So my interpretation of classic D&D whirlwind, if I can get that on camera, I'm not doing a very good job of it. Here is this whirlwind, which is basically approximates an air elemental, can travel up to 36 inches in a straight line, and any 1 health figures that are touched by this line are removed unless they make a save of 4 or higher on a d6. Concentration is required or the whirlwind evaporates. Okay. So we can talk about why I did that. So this whirlwind has got to move in a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it over your medium foot.
Okay.
Could be up to 36 inches. Send it up to here. And so as it travels over that line, it crosses over 4, right? You're 4 ranks deep. So it's going to hit 4 figures.
Okay.
And I would like you to roll four dice.
46.
46.
And I want 4s or higher.
Correct.
So, here we go.
So you lose 3
I
figures.
lose 3 just from the middle, or do you care? Just from the
Are
back?
those 2 separate units?
They are.
Oh, we should have done it separately. Pick. You pick.
I just take 3 off the back. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, okay. Let's say this.
I guess it's gonna be 2 from one unit and 1 from the other, and you pick which is which.
And I think these 2 dice are more in front of these 2 dice. So.
I like it. Brilliant.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right.
So that's my approximation of original D&D air elemental in tornado form.
Yeah.
You have a certain space, and what it says, at least in original D&D, it only affects 1 hit die creatures, and anybody that it hits wipes it off the board. So if I do the math on it, it would hit like half of a figure that's on the board here.
Yeah. Now you only get to do that once.
I get to do that every turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah. As long as it lasts. So if this giant, I have to concentrate.
Yeah.
So if this giant takes another attack, moves more than half, I lose it.
Right.
And control weather does last for 1 day. So as long as I stand right there, I can keep doing that.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, why is it that the Lich and Wyvern gets only 1 attack? Oh, because it's a solo figure. Duh.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's into my attacks, right? So, no. And I'm throwing boulders on the Wyvern. So I'm going to roll a d6 here, and if I so I automatically hit,
Right.
but I need to confirm.
You need to confirm.
So if I roll a 5 or a 6, I do actually eliminate
Yes,
your Lich.
that's correct.
And again, I'm going to roll a big one here just for visibility. 2, and I miss.
Thank you.
It's too small.
All right. Anything else?
You got to make morale checks for these guys.
Yes, right. All right, so we have, I think this one might be automatic for 5, so it's 9.
You're right.
Yes, that one's okay. So this one's 8. I think it's also 8 plus 1 is 9.
Well, it's 8 divided by 2, right?
Oh, you're right. 2
Yeah.
went down. You're right.
Yeah.
So that's 4 plus 1 is 5.
Yeah.
So I need a 4.
Agreed.
Okay. Oh, just barely.
Oh, just 4. Okay,
I had a
good.
seat in my
Right.
pants. Hui.
That's our first actual morale roll of the game.
Of the day, yeah.
No, the orcs I have to roll for, right? I take that back. It's our first normal morale check.
Yeah, the normal
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, it's your turn, Gamma.
All right then. I'm starting to realize that I can't. There's literally no way I can finish off your troll, even if I go and get an auto hit, right?
That's true.
But it's just
That's
1.
true. That's true.
And then he can hit me and I'm dead.
Yeah, I'd have to roll to hit, but true.
Okay, you'd have to roll the hit,
Yeah.
and I have an armor of 6.
Yeah.
I like them odds.
I'd be adding 3.
Ooh, I don't like them odds.
I'd be adding 4 because I get back attacks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I take that. It would be 3 total. It would be 3 total.
Okay,
Yeah,
cause,
it would be 3 total.
all right. I mean, I'm gonna run out of luck with this thing.
So, just thinking out loud, on the one hand, if you hit something that has 1 health, you would automatically eliminate them. if it was a solo unit, right, they get a return attack at the end that would eliminate you at this point.
Right. But I can force a morale check on the trolls. No, it's only normal units.
If it's one figure, they never do morale checks.
Right.
Wait, no, okay, we're talking about the fear effect.
The fear effect.
The fear effect would still, okay, so fear effect would happen, and I would have to make a morale check.
Even with trolls or giants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the giants would be automatic, but the trolls would not. The trolls I would have to. Do I have them as fearless these days? I don't. Okay, so for us the trolls I would have a bonus of I'd be rolling and adding 5.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. Then.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus, I don't know what to do. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm kind of slightly trapped because I can't cast spells and move.
Yeah.
So like any move I make feels like a waste of a turn almost. What's the range on Miss? I can look. All right. You know what I'm gonna do?
And while Gam is thinking about that, so Disparel has another really good question about what if you have 1 health riders on horses, and so probably in normal D&D you would say they get pulled off by a tornado, and again for simplicity here I'm saying it doesn't affect them. So we just have mounted forces documented. It's a single unit has 2 health, and so for simplicity here I'm saying the whirlwind would not affect them. Okay. So it's a little different than what would happen in D&D, but figure the big they can hang on to the big horse, I think.
Right. I would like to All right, I'm sorry. Okay. And if I use the whirlwind, I lose my control weather, right?
Control weather is sticky.
But what I'm saying is, I only get 1 control weather spell. If I just use the whirlwind part without saying anything about what I'm doing to the weather, do I lose the control weather part?
Yeah, you can do one or the other. You can either change the weather state or you can do the whirlwind.
Right.
One or the other.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Well. All right. I'm gonna fly back here.
Got it.
And I'm gonna try to move these guys around as far as I can, which
Okay.
will be like 2 inches, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm going to back up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ever so slightly.
Okay.
Like just enough to get off the rough.
Okay.
All right.
And your horse archers stay there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. What the heck? Okay, so I think this is gonna be no problem because
I agree.
you know
I agree.
I'll do the full 24 inches though.
Great.
So that's like here. Sorry.
Yeah. Dang, I thought I was done with that Wyvern Lich combo.
And then these guys, I guess an about face is a half, or a side face is half movement.
Perfect.
So that brings it to 2 1/4 left.
Yeah.
and I really just want to go back like
Okay,
this
so
way.
this,
but you
this
have
is,
to about face, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so about face is half movement.
Right.
So I have 2 1/4 left.
I agree.
So I just want to go, I think it's an inch.
Great.
I'll turn them around though, right? Because they're facing the other way now.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Do I leave the whirlwind here?
Yes,
or?
please.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Because I can keep controlling it.
Right,
every turn.
right, I forgot.
Great.
Okay.
Cool. And that's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to push these trolls. These guys regenerate because it's the end of your turn.
Yeah,
When
I know. That was a waste. That was a waste of a spell.
Yeah, you needed somebody nearby to follow up on that hit. Actually,
Yeah. I think what I didn't take into account, I thought I could like engage you next turn and finish you off.
Yeah.
But 1 point's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I carefully looked up what the rules say of like when does it regenerate.
No, totally. No, you
'Cause
were
it was
100%
kinda
right.
critical,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're 100% right. Yeah.
Okay, so they go. I push them forward. I'm going to push these ogres forward. You're kind of running away there. I'm going to sit here so I can control that whirlwind and take another shot at your medium foot. And of course, that's the only unit I can use that against.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm going to reposition this guy to point at those horse archers so I can start shooting. That seems like a good turn.
Yeah.
So these guys go for... I'll just push them up to the edge of the rough. It's going to be real slow getting through there. Position them. These guys can move 6. And my attacks. This storm giant controlling that whirlwind brings it back across your ranks.
Okay. So another 4.
Correct.
Got 3 here.
And roll 2 for this unit and 2 for that unit.
Gotcha. 2 for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 2 down, right?
Correct.
Down for this one.
1 down. Yep. Okay.
All right.
And I want my giants throwing stones at this first rank of horse archers. So hill giants, the range is 20, I guess, for both of them. So they're clearly in long range.
Yeah.
Right. Same for this. So storm giants, like we said, automatically hit. Only do 1 damage. And the hill giants, let me see, your armor is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hill giants get... Okay, their health is 8. So I get +2 to hit.
-1.
-1 because it's long range and -1 because it's rain.
Right.
So that cancels out the bonus.
So you just need a 4 to hit?
Yeah, I need a 4 to hit. But it does 2 damage.
Right.
4 to hit. 6.
All right, so I can remove a figure and leave
Yeah,
the 1.
exactly.
Yeah.
And those are all my attacks. So you can make morale checks.
I realize I should leave this so I remember it's Horse
exactly.
Archers.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
All right. So morale checks. So this one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 2 is 3.
Yeah.
Plus 1 is 4. So I need a 5.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Got a 5. This one, 7 plus 1 is 8. So I'm okay. Right?
Yeah,
All right.
agreed.
This one, 4 plus 2 is 6. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So I need to not get snake eyes.
Yeah, agreed. Nice.
All right.
All right, and it's your turn.
Okay. The moment I've been waiting for. Gonna control weather.
Yeah. Again, you just declare movement to begin with.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys will continue to like
Got
as
it.
fast as they can around. So I don't know if that means, I don't know. We'll have to figure out exactly what that looks like.
Yeah.
I don't really know. And then I would like to about face here.
Got it.
And that's it.
Cool.
All right. So let's do that movement. So how would I I just want to kind of go like that. So I don't even know how to do
just
that.
use the ruler and go from the far corner. Just
So
turn around.
from this corner 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just going to take me right here. Does that look about right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And this is easy enough. I was right up on the rough. Like that. Look okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I would like to now. What's the deal? Can this unit fire?
Yes, at -1 to hit.
At -1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is he in my fire? Is he in anybody's firing arc? Not really.
Yeah, totally. You can go 45 degrees to the right, so absolutely yes.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
So I'll fire on this guy. I
Got it.
want to
Yep,
finish
yep,
this
yep.
unit.
Got
I want
it.
to get something out of that.
Got it.
All right.
So you cast control weather, obviously.
Yes. Control what? Oh, here you go.
In order to do what? You could either move. I'll give you some options, and you could either summon a whirlwind that does terrible damage against 1 health units,
Of which you have none.
or you could switch the weather from rainy to cloudy.
If you had a cool whirlwind, not this, I might just do it.
Okay.
But no, it's. I'm gonna do the rainy to cloudy.
Okay. So that happens. Let me turn off the rain here. And it becomes cloudy instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so the icon on the top right of your screen just turned cloudy. So now horse archers can pull out their bows and actually fire if you want.
Okay. So I want all fire on that
Got it.
unit.
So their range is what is it, 18? So are they long range or short range?
All right, let's find out. So that's a 10 from there. 9 from there. I mean, we can just say it's long range for all of them. That's fine.
I'll give you short range for 2 figures.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
and
take
long
it.
range for all the rest.
I'll take it.
Okay. So let's roll. So for the and you're not moving.
No.
Okay. And you're foregoing your after move.
I'm foregoing my after
Okay,
move.
so you get full attacks. So the 2 that are in short range, you're gonna roll 4 dice. And my armor is 5, so there's no penalties because it just turned cloudy. That's it. You need 5s.
All right. Oh, we got 2
So
5s.
there's 2 5s. So that does 2 hits. Now trolls have 6 health
Okay.
in classic D&D.
All right.
So now you're gonna roll 4 dice for these guys, and you need 6s because it's long range. And there's a 6 in this
All right.
one.
Great. And so the rest of these arrows just go into the.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Fine. I didn't want. If the dice hadn't been quite so kind to me, I might have needed that.
Yeah.
Second unit.
I don't think they could hit actually because.
Oh, because the -1.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
You
What
would've
else
need
were they going to do?
7s.
What else were they going to do? What else were they going to do? There was nothing else to do.
Right. Just bear. Okay. So those trolls are down and they're not coming back. I don't need to make a morale check. Any other? Those are all your attacks, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So good use of the control weather. Mm-hmm. Well. So my turn. Yeah, I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to push these ogres forward. These guys are motionless. I'm going to have these trolls move around to try to cut off your ogres.
Okay.
I think that's a good move, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not winning as much as I thought I was going to.
I mean,
This seems good on this side. This side, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. So these ogres in the rough only go 2 inches and a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'll just move them 2 inches. The trolls can move 6 inches.
Yeah.
Just move them like that. And then my attacks are, this storm giant casts control weather to switch the weather back to rainy.
Yeah, of course. Well, at least I got 1 volley. I'm happy. I took out some trolls.
interesting. So of course, this was the point of my army with multiple storm giants, is to try to lock down
dominate,
the weather, lock down archery mounted units, which is what I think Julian was worried about at the start of the game. Maybe it was the Sparrow, and it just worked even better that it started off rainy anyway.
Yeah.
So I got to use this.
Right.
Which I will do again. So I'm going to move this in a line through here and hit another 4 ranks.
All right. Oh, I don't know why I reached in there. Okay. So first rank.
Yeah. Okay, so it loses nobody.
Nice. All right, second.
Loses 1 figure.
1 figure.
All right, there's a whirlwind. And these giants, again, will be throwing rocks at those horse archers. So he scores another hit.
Okay, so I just take just boom.
And then once again, I have to roll for my hill giants, and I have to roll 4.
Okay.
There's a 4. Another figure goes.
All right, I'll actually, as I was doing before, so I can remember.
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
So morale checks.
All right. Here I have 6 plus 1 is 7. I can't fail, can I?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So there, though, I only have plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need a 6. That's okay.
It's interesting. I'm doing kind of small amounts of damage.
Yeah.
I'm doing continual small amounts of damage.
Yeah.
With my orcs gone, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's your turn.
All right. All right. I would like. Okay, so I have a question. I'm sorry. If I
I'm gonna go.
move this terrain that you're on
Yes. Not crap.
under here,
Right.
I can only move it 6 inches, right?
Right.
Son of a bitch. And you know in your head how wide these terrains are.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say they're like. I'm gonna say they're like 6 by 9. Maybe a little wider.
Yeah.
My question. Let's get to my question.
Yeah.
If I move this 6 inches and it exactly closes,
Yeah.
can I attack?
I'm gonna say yes.
All right. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna swarm your trolls with my. God, this is hard. I'm just afraid he's gonna keep taking pot shots at me, so I'm just gonna swarm everything towards this.
Got it.
Yeah. And then he cast a spell, so that's it.
Okay.
So I'll move the things I'm moving.
Right.
Oh. Oh wait, I can move a little bit and then move the terrain.
But then they move with the terrain. Then they move
Oh, you're
with
right.
the terrain.
So okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Okay.
No, the second row wouldn't make any difference, because the second row would push them forward, and it wouldn't make any difference.
It would just be the same.
Yeah,
6
it would
of
be
one,
the
half
same.
dozen
Yeah,
the other.
exactly.
All right.
Literally 6.
All right. So.
Actually, the number 6 inches specifically.
So that's 4.5.
Right.
Then this, I'm probably not quite close enough, am I?
Because they move 6 inches, and you're 7 inches away.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Don't like that at all. Thought these guys were supposed to be fast.
In any other weather, yes.
You know what? I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna bravely run away.
Interesting.
I want these guys to run away.
Okay.
So about face and then 3 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't I just measure
Yeah,
3
yeah,
inches?
yeah.
Yeah. That's probably easier if I do it like this.
I will say that one little trick I did in the last week is I got a light spray adhesive normally for stencils, and the trays I put a little bit of light adhesive to keep the figures on them a little bit
It's
more.
working. It's actually working. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because previously they would very easily slide off, and it just keeps them just a little bit when you're moving them.
It's really is nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice improvement.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was the product existed until I asked some people like a week ago.
Yeah. Okay, so now the moment of truth is that 6 inches.
You cast Move Earth.
Yeah.
And give me the card. Just to make sure you don't use it again.
Oh yeah, I would love to use it again.
Oh, sorry. Measure that terrain is within 24 inches.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so it's within 24 inches, so you can move that up to 6 inches. So how about you measure? Are your units... Oh my God, I totally thought that was not true.
I mean,
I'll give it to you.
It's marginal.
Yeah, right.
It's less than 6 1/4. All right.
I totally thought that was wider than 6.
So what I'm going to do is, just so you know, I'll move it. I'm going to put them there and then move it like so it's where it's right here.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
I think that's the right call.
Now these are separate units, so
Yeah, yeah.
I'll leave that little gap.
Yeah, yeah. We'll call it right for tonight.
Yeah, this was like here.
Okay. Whoa!
So I'm going to attack.
Whoa! What?
So I'm going to attack. So these guys haven't moved yet, but it's past the movement phase? No.
That's right. Yes,
Okay.
the spell casting clearly happened after the move phase. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I get 5 attacks?
Yes.
Is that what you gave? No,
Yeah.
this is...
I just gave you all the dice.
Oh, I
is
see.
what
Okay.
I just gave you all the attack dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I
I
need-
need 5s.
Need 5, yeah.
There's
Right,
2 hits.
2 hits.
Okay. Ogres are health 4.
Oh, boy.
You can probably wrap next turn, probably.
Yeah. Well, at least
Uh,
I'm engaged.
Yeah.
You know, so many times I make the mistake of just getting caught up in something and never use a unit, and then they get picked off little by little.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for your turn, I think, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So my turn is I'm going to send the trolls against your ogres.
All right.
I think you might still be in range, so I'm going to have these guys still shoot at those horse archers.
All right.
I'll have these ogres melee. And you know what? There's no reason not to have that whirlwind come back again.
Because it can't hurt you.
Because it can't hurt my ogres because they're too big.
Eesh.
So I will do that. So the only movement is, are my trolls within 6 inches of your ogres? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Bring the whirlwind back over. You know what? Let me measure. Can I get 4? You know, I actually can't get 4. I can only get 3
Oh,
now.
it's like only 3.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go this way.
Okay.
I'm going to hit this guy, this guy, this guy.
Okay.
Um,
Well, we gotta roll 3.
yeah, do that.
And again, I need 5s or 6s, right?
Correct.
To not die.
4, 5, 6. Roll one for keep the
Oh,
unit
right,
separate.
right.
Roll 1 for this unit.
Okay, that one first.
You're fine.
I'm okay.
And 2 for this unit.
Beautiful.
Huh, okay, you lose nothing.
Beautiful.
Am I within range with my giant? So I want to be within 20 inches of these guys. So yes, and yes, agreed.
Yeah,
Okay.
the back ones.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my storm giant tags these guys for 1,
Okay.
and then my hill giants again need a 4.
Okay.
Because it's +2 because they're huge, but -1 for rain, -1 for long range.
Right.
So I need a 4.
And you got 0 4,
Yeah.
so that's a whole one down,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So this guy can go.
There you go.
So I have a morale check to make. Are there other?
That's
you're
it.
gonna
Oh,
melee?
right. Yep, sorry. And here too. Put the figure here to before we forget that
Yeah,
one went down.
that we went down. Yeah.
All right, so my ogres here, I got 3 dice, and your armor's 5. I need 4 because of the attack bonus.
Yeah.
I need 4s.
Oh.
All right, so that's 2 hits, and remember with ogre big strength, it turns into 3 hits.
All right.
And then my trolls here, your armor's 5, right?
We talking about the horse archers?
No, the trolls attacking
I'm ogre. 5.
armor 5. Okay, so trolls are health 6, so I'm adding +2.
+2 to hit because
Right.
it's 2 times 3. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need 3s. And that's 1 hit.
So we need a counter die over here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to do better than that. All right, now are your morale checks.
Okay. So it's 4 to 3 is a 1 plus 1. So I actually need a 7.
Yes.
Not gonna do
Okay.
it. So let's go ahead and get these guys off the board.
Ogres. Ogres do job. I throw rock.
Okay. Oh, and I have to do this
Right.
one. Okay, so that's 1 plus 2 is 3.
Yeah.
So again, I need a 7. No, I need 6.
Just 6, yeah.
And I got it.
that. Now it's your turn.
All right. I think what I would like to do.
So while Game is thinking, some of us are talking about the rain rule for cavalry horse type units, and I'm pretty sure that has been the same since first edition. That as long as your move is reduced, the cavalry attacks get halved. I'm pretty sure that's been consistent, or at least that's been my intent. If I didn't write it that way, that was what I was thinking. So any place where horses lose movement, they also lose their attacks.
That sounds familiar.
That's
We've played
linked.
that. We've been
Yeah.
playing that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right. All right. Okay, so I think what I would like to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, in first edition, I had a rainy category, and yeah, I spliced, I collapsed rainy and stormy together in one thing. Is what I did. That is the change that you're seeing here. Good catch.
I believe that my Lich Wyvern is beginning to run out of useful spells.
This is good that we're testing all the spells. At least that's actually really useful.
All right. I think what I want to do is wrap around the the trolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think I would like to actually come melee the trolls with my
Oh my
Wyvern.
goodness. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to close here if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can, but I might be able to.
Good point.
It's rough and rain.
Right.
So if that's 2 1/4 inches, I can do it, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
And Yeah, that's. Oh. I guess these guys. I just would like to get just ever so slightly out of range.
Yeah.
So I think I'll do a half move and then bout phase. Can I do that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So let's do that first. So that's 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So that basically brings me to almost the edge of the pond. Not quite. And then bout phase. Oops.
A long range fight going here. I guess with the movement of the Wyvern and the spells that can affect the whole table, it turns into a longer range fight.
Now we agree that he can just hop over there. You want me to measure it?
Nah.
Yeah, it's okay. Should I come from behind? Will it matter for the wrapping around?
I don't think it'll make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has 1 down.
Right.
And so then, what? 2 on each side?
Let's say yes. Yeah.
All right. Can I go on the behind?
Sure.
Okay. And so this is what I'm asking about. Does it matter? Should I scooch the Wyvern a little bit? He had enough movement.
Let's say yes. Sure.
Okay.
That's nice.
Sorry. Okay. What is this?
And that goes here.
Yeah, and that goes there. And I'll put this here so I don't forget.
That's not a great situation for my trolls.
All right. And then here, the question is that 2.5?
We're
2 and a
gonna
quarter.
measure.
2 and a quarter.
Yeah.
It's like exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Crazy.
All right. So attack.
The measurements here are working out as good as you can hope for.
Yeah. All right. So now I can attack, right?
Yes.
So first we have to do a morale check for your trolls. Even though,
God damn it. Yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
I mean, they get like a high bonus. But.
Right. So as we said, their health is 6. That's all I'm adding.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to avoid a 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Done.
Okay, you did that. So now the Wyvern automatically damages you for 1, right?
Correct. See everything that's going on over here.
Do you have any more counter dice over there? No.
I'll use this.
Okay. All right, and now they need 5s to hit you. The others, well, 1's behind you. Right?
Agreed.
Okay.
And ogres add 1. The one behind is going to be adding 2.
Okay.
So roll 1 die for the one that's getting the back attacks, and you need 3. So that's 1 hit. We'll just hold on to that for a second, and then you're going to roll 3 more dice, and you need 4s.
So that's 3 hits total.
3 hits. We increase that by 50%, which is just 1 more.
Okay.
So that's 4 total hits.
So you're 5 now.
My damage is up to 5.
If only I could have eked 1 more
That's
out.
right.
Son of a gun.
That's right.
I think that's all I can do.
I think you get to attack with these guys.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Yes, very, very important. 5.
And you need 5s. Oh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, 3 hits.
Okay. So that's going to knock a figure down. I have 1 hit left. Jeez, that wasn't what I wanted at all.
Are these all a coherent unit?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they have to be. So I need to make morale checks for my ogres, somewhat unexpectedly. So 2 divided by 1 is 2, plus 4 for their health is 6. Minus 1 because they're chaotic is 5. So my dice need to be at least 4. That should be doable. Yeah.
Very, very doable.
Huh. Okay. Huh. What's going on here? Okay. That's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My trolls regenerate.
1 point, right?
Yep. So I'm back up to 4. This is more of a slog than I expected. I'm not sure if you're out of range or not here. Okay, throwing rocks here is not great because I'd have to roll dice to see whether they roll on my trolls or not. Should I risk that? I mean, I think I should risk that. I have got to be able to live. So I've cast all my control weather spells, so I don't have any more spells. I just have the boulders that I'm throwing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought you said you could do it every turn. With the
Well, controlling the whirlwind.
Oh,
as long as this guy concentrates on the whirlwind, I can keep that going.
I see.
Yeah. The effect of the weather, again, is sticky. It's
But if he does like a missile or melee, that ends.
correct.
Ah, okay.
Exactly.
I got you,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody moves. So I'm mailing here. I want the trolls to attack your wyvern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to do any kind of... It doesn't matter. You have enough movement to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing I'll do is just spin him around it. Aim at your wyvern. All right, and my hill giants are going to try to throw stones at that horse archer, just in case they're in range.
just in case. Why not?
Let's check that right now.
Okay.
Are you within 20 inches? No, you have. You've done exactly what you need to get out of range. Okay. All right. I thought I was in range, right? If I'd known you were out of range, I would have moved instead. But I
It was
misestimated.
close.
And I am going to send this whirlwind back across these two figures.
Okay. Yeah.
Right there.
All right. So do I go ahead and resolve that now?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So they're in the same. So I can do it at the
Yeah.
same time, right?
Yeah.
Fours are. I need a 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah. Damn it.
Nice.
Okay. All right. The storm giant is going to throw a boulder at your wyvern. We're gonna resolve that later.
Yeah.
But I want my trolls to attack the wyvern first. So
6, right? But he gets a bonus.
right, the armor is 6. I get +2 because the trolls are big, which brings it down to 4.
Okay.
And the rule is when mass unit attacks solo, you get +1 because you're getting back attacks
Right.
presumably.
Right.
So I need a 3.
All right. Hey, I've got my money's worth.
Yeah, and I get 2 attacks, so I need 3.
All right.
Any 3 here will wipe out the wyvern. Okay, there's a 6. And finally, that thing's gone.
Should I take it off the board?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Please.
Yes, please. Please do that. So I announced that my storm giant was throwing boulders at that wyvern, so I have to follow through with that.
Yeah.
And so the things that were nearby were the wyvern, the trolls, and your ogres.
That's right.
So I'm going to roll a random die here, and if it's 1 or 2, it hits my trolls.
Yeah.
3 or 4, it's your bugbears. 5 or 6, it's where the wyvern was.
1 or 2 trolls.
Yeah.
3 or 4 bugbears. 5 or 6 wyverns.
And the bugbears are really ogres. Okay, so 1 or 2 are bad for me. And of course I roll a 2. So I automatically hit my own trolls, and now they have 5 damage.
Ah, love to see it.
And then my ogres over here attack. I get 2 dice. I need 4s. There's 1 hit.
And it does 2 damage, or
Just 1.
okay, so 1 hit. Okay.
Yep.
Algo más.
All right, I'm going to call it a good turn because I got rid of the wyvern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So these guys should.
There's more out turns. Yeah. Okay. So 5, 6.
Yeah.
So I just don't want snake eyes.
Yeah. Nice.
Did not get snake eyes. Okay.
Fascinating.
So now And I think that was a good reminder last turn. So am I remembering correctly, and based on what I just observed, not only do you declare all your movement, then do it, then you declare all your attacks before you do any of them.
Right. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Now the order you do them in, I don't care about. So feel free to pick whatever order. But yeah, you have to
But you
attack
have to
them all.
declare.
You have to declare all the attacks first. Yeah.
Do you do that in D&D?
No.
Okay. No, I was just curious. Okay. So what I'm going to do movement-wise, it's just like, the reason I got these is because they could go 24, and now they're almost like lambs to the slaughter.
That was a perfect storm, right? So literally, so me bringing multiple storm giants specifically wants to crack down on mounted units and archers, right? Well, you brought mounted archers, which is the absolute, and it came up ready to begin with anyway. So that was the perfect storm for the horse archers to run into.
I really think I have no choice but just to try to advance on you. It's just it's going to be ugly. Yeah. So I'm going to go full movement towards you, but then just melee. Yeah. And that's it.
Probably want these guys to wrap to get these guys in contact. Yeah.
So I get these two can come around.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's all the movement. Oh, I was going to do full movement here. Okay. So 6 inches.
Right.
All right. 6 inches. Oops.
And they get in melee. And unfortunately, I'm just realizing that in wiping out your wyvern, I exposed my backside with my trolls.
So do I have 2 behind you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Here's dice.
Okay, thanks. Well, let's do this first. So that's 5.
Yeah.
And I need
5s.
Not so good. Okay. All right. So let's do 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now the math is trickier on this. So I have ogres. The ogres have health 4, which means I get a +1 to hit.
Yep, agreed.
And I get 1 from behind, so that's
Yep.
+2. So your troll armor is
5.
So I need a 3 from behind. So I'm going to roll 2 of these and need 3s.
Yep. Nice. No hits.
All right, and now I'm going to roll 2 that need 4s.
Nice. Yeah.
2 that need 4s.
Yeah. Damn it! Oh
All right,
man.
so
okay.
that finishes.
All right. I was hopeful there.
I know. I was starting to get scared there.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for my trolls. Got eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm happy to exchange them for the wyvern.
The wyvern was was a problem for
I'm
you.
okay with that.
The wyvern was. The wyvern's my favorite single figure so far.
It's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of stuff.
I've never felt like I made quite such good use of 200 points ever.
That's great.
That's
was
good. Just
good.
like
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm super glad that we remembered the confirmation for missiles against solos.
Yeah.
I would have felt bad if we hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
This felt basically reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
So I keep meleeing here. Okay, so nobody moves.
Okay.
Item number 1, nobody moves.
All right.
I bring the whirlwind back across. I'll do that in a second.
Okay.
These guys melee. Who should I throw against is the question. Should I finally wipe out that horse archer? You moved 6 inches.
Yeah.
All right. The storm giant throws boulders at the horse archer, which automatically finishes them off finally.
Shall I take it off?
Yeah, I might as well. And then the hill giants throw against the ogres is what I do.
All right.
Am I within 20 inches? Yes. So Hill Giant needs, your armor is 5, comes down to 3, but back up to 5 actually,
Yeah.
because of this rainstorm that now I can't get rid of.
Nah.
Even if I wanted to. Like I want a 5, I miss, so nothing happens there. I bring the whirlwind's going to go in a straight line. I would like to go across 3 of these guys.
I think you can.
3?
The
Okay.
bases are all, yeah. And they're all in the same unit, so I just do them all at once.
Right.
Ooh, not so good. So one of them stands.
Right, take 2
So
off.
I'll
And then I have 2 ogre units, and I need 4s. 1 more goes down. All right.
Wow, that was a rough. That was a rough round. Okay. So morale time. So I basically just get. Ooh, I need an 8.
Yeah.
All right, bye bye.
Finally.
Hey, at least I got some.
I think
hits
you got
in.
your money from them too.
Yeah, I mean, I got some hits in. That was what
Yeah.
was starting to worry me. I was like, I'm just gonna never get a hit in with these guys.
I thought that they stuck around much longer than I expected.
Yeah. No morale problem there. So, all right. I mean, this is just going to be a slog now. It's going to be a war of attrition.
Yeah.
I want everything moving this way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll try to get these guys here and maybe these guys there,
Yep.
but it's going to be a long slog.
Yep.
All right, let's move them first.
Yep.
They're 9, so 4.5.
Yeah. Measure from the back guy. Just measure from the back guy, and as they come forward, you can just line them up.
All right.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm just going to put a place marker
Perfect.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I just slide this under here.
Great. I like it.
All right, cool. Now, this does complicate life for these a bit, but I just go as far. Well, this blue part is not really there, or how does that work?
I agree. You just
Okay.
put something up on top of it. If you
Okay,
want to.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So then I'm just going to do straight ahead.
Yeah.
6 inches. Won't quite be able to do the 6, but I'll just put them on top.
Yeah, that's fine.
Directly
Yeah.
behind. Okay.
Yep. Great.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm done.
My turn.
Yeah, because it's raining, I can't shoot at you. So.
Correct.
Did I have a? I was supposed to have a marker here. Sorry, I was supposed to have 1 damage there, right? I think I moved that when I was. Didn't I have 1?
When did that happen?
Can we rewind?
Yeah. Where did that one marker by the ogres over there? Does anybody remember? Was that the
Wyvern? No, I moved it when I
Yeah,
moved
you
the
took
Wyvern.
that off. It wasn't the troll because I was using a different die for it.
So the ogres must have taken a hit from the troll.
Yeah, because I charge into combat, right? I tried that. That must be it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah, that makes sense.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Okay. Just checking on the chat here. Just checking on the chat.
Anybody still here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's quite a bit of conversation. Now, Julian's saying I thought trolls were immune to fear, and arguably, original D&D says they're fearless. I didn't bother to write that in the rules because of their high health, they would almost never miss a morale check anyway. So I just didn't bother to write a rule for it. And as you can see here tonight, the trolls did not break morale, so it pretty much would never happen. Arguably, I think like the first edition Monster Manual does say trolls are fearless, is what it says in the text. And Disparrow's asking about the death of a Lich doesn't perturb the rest of the army. Like maybe some rule sets would be like you lose your army commander, everybody needs to make a morale check. I don't have that rule. It's one extra thing we don't have here. So everybody keeps fighting here. I mean, do people really like the Lich?
I mean, I would think that would apply maybe to undead or something.
We'll see that on a later date.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see that on a later date.
That's the one thing we haven't added.
Correct.
Come on. Correct. We're doing undead next time.
There was math happening on that issue.
I want a naval battle between undead next time.
We might wait a little longer on that. I don't want to add more stuff, Dan.
I'm just
So, okay, my turn.
In a different plane. No, I'm sorry.
So the question is, who do I want to throw my rocks at? So my ogres are going to about face and start coming back this way.
Okay.
That's on the ogres. I'm going to position. I'm going to throw everything I can at the horse archers because I think they would break morale faster.
Okay.
Is my idea. So just going to position this. I'm going to let the whirlwind go away because I can't use that against anything anymore.
No.
Okay, so I'll let that control weather on the whirlwind go. These guys about face, and I have another 2 inches of movement as we have.
Yeah.
And I throw everything at the horse archers, probably long range. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the 2 storm giants together knock 1 figure off. And then I have to roll, for the hill giants, I have to roll 4. And another figure goes down.
All right. So morale time?
Yeah.
All right. So 1 plus 2. So I need 6.
Yeah.
Oh, just barely. Skin of my teeth.
And it's your turn.
I mean, they're next to useless anyway. It probably doesn't freaking matter. But anyway, okay. We will continue to try to close on this guy.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
4.5, right?
Yeah.
So I'm putting my pinky finger there, so I
Totally.
remember.
Huh. You're getting me worried here, Dan. Oh, my adhesive's making them stick. All my best laid plans.
All right. And then, I mean, it is kind of silly, but I guess they'll just come behind.
Yeah.
So I think that's less than 6 inches. So I'm just going to put it there.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to move these guys around here. I don't know if they're ever going to get here. I'm going to, I'm going to move these storm giants up here just to make sure that they're the storm giant up here because now the terrain's blocking them. So I'm pretty sure I can do this. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm going to have these guys go 4.5. All right, now I'm going to have these only these 2 guys can throw at your ogres. Now they're the ones that I'm worried about, so I'm going to try to knock them down. So these guys hit them for 1 point. And then the hill giants are in short range now.
Okay.
10 inches. So normally I'd need 5s. Giants make it 3. Rain makes it 4. 4. 2 more hits, and that's 1 figure down.
These each have 4
Correct.
HD, so yeah. I take away the damage die as well, right?
Correct. Okay. And take one from the back if you would.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so morale time?
Yeah.
3.
That's going to be automatic.
4, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Your turn.
My turn. Same story.
Yeah.
Four and a half. Getting me right to the edge there.
Yep.
Of this little outcrop.
Yep.
And I'm just going to move them with it.
Yeah,
because I have more movement than them anyway. Right. Here, I'll fix that.
Great. Crazy. All right. I move my ogres here, 4.5. And everybody throws rocks on the ogres. So it's all short range now. These two guys combine together for 2 hits.
Okay.
And again, the hill giants need 4.
Okay.
Last I checked.
Right.
5 down to 3 up to 4 because of the rain. Need a 4. Come on. Got it.
So a whole nother one.
Correct.
Going, right? That off the bat.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you need to make a morale check? It would be 2 divided by 1 plus 6. So you need to avoid snake eyes.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
We were very blasé about that.
Like, oh,
you
yeah.
almost missed it.
Hey, but you know what? Almost missing snake eyes is all you need to do.
Yeah. Okay. And it's your turn.
All right, cool. I do believe
Yeah.
I can close on you.
Now you need to pay. Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Okay, so you need to pay 4 real inches to get up the hill, leaving you with 5 inches of movement. So you need to be within 2.5 inches. Are you actually within 2.5 inches? God damn it.
Yeah.
Every time we measure tonight, you're exactly where you need to be.
Yeah. And these guys have ever so slightly more movement. They have 6 inches in the rain.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, can I wrap around or anything with them, or how can I?
I mean, you can measure it. I feel like I don't think you can because they're.
All right. Can I just for now take these off the platform and put them down?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you some space there.
And I'll just get rid of. Oh, sorry. I just get rid of this for now. We can figure out what to do with these guys.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest. I'm at a loss. I don't really know how to.
Where do you want to try to move them?
Well, I can acknowledge that there's really no way to move them into contact with him this oh. No.
So you gotta, pick out. You gotta move up here. You could try. If you want to try to move around here, we would measure.
Yeah. Can I then? Yeah, I'll try to get up here towards closer to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So basically, from this guy.
Yeah.
That would be 6 inches, but I know I have to pay extra, right?
Yeah. So let me think here. So you're paying. God, it's the rain plus the horses. You're paying 8 inches to get up a step.
I don't have 8 inches.
But it's 8 inches off the 24. So you pay 8 inches off the 24. You're left with 16. So you can move
4.
Yeah, you can move 4 real inches and get up 1 step.
Okay, so I can put the 3. I can put the 3 horses right there.
I agree. Yeah,
okay.
I agree. Yeah. So they are slipping and sliding up the
just
muddy
like barely,
hill.
barely on the hill, right? Is that taking liberties? Okay. I don't know.
All right, it's fine.
So I do get to make a melee attack.
Oh God, yes. Okay. So it's a solo unit.
Right.
You get mass against solo. We assume that
they get the back attack.
The back attack. You can only attack with 1 figure.
Okay.
Just 1 figure makes attacks against solo, but they do get back attacks. My armor, Storm Giant armor is only 5. Giant armor is not great for solo, so it's 5. Down to 4 for back attacks. Down to 3 for ogre strength.
Yeah.
So
just 1d6, and I've got a 2/3 chance of hitting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the 3 that you needed. So my Storm Giant co-commander is beaten down by a big mob of ogres coming up. Oh no! Alrighty then. So I'll send these ogres in. Is that so? So your ogres get +1 to hit, and your horse archers don't. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question. So anybody throwing, you get 45 degrees on each side.
Yeah.
My hill giants, are your ogres in range in the arc of my hill giants?
Can we use this somehow?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
There's also a protractor over to your right. If you want to use that, feel free.
Well, 45 degrees would be which numbers on here? Do we know?
Yeah,
it like
that's
nine,
totally it.
the
Yeah,
3s
3 to
and
9.
9?
Yeah.
So do we agree he's facing like this?
Yes, I do.
So I'm afraid, I mean, like maybe one of them?
Call it like you see it. I mean, I only need one of them. If
Okay,
it's one of them, I
so
can
one
get
of
them.
them. So one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. The line was touching one of them.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you
course.
for your honesty.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I'll have hill giants shoot at your ogres, and storm giants shoot at your horse archers.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So I tag your horse archers for 1 automatically, and I have to roll to hit your ogres. And again, I need a 4 is what I've said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another one down?
No, it does 2 hits,
Oh, right.
so half of 1.
Half of one down. Okay. Well, at least I don't have to make a morale check.
I didn't move my ogres, right?
Yeah, I don't think you did this time.
Take advantage of that. It's your turn.
All right. Is it possible to get my horse archers on this single figure and these 2 guys on there? I guess we have to measure.
We have to measure.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to help me again. I don't want to be dependent on you here, but I get so confused when there's rain and elevation. It's like I can't compute. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
So for the ogres to go up a step costs 4 inches.
In normal weather.
Right. Well, no. In this situation.
In rain. Okay, costs 4 inches.
So they have 5 divided by 2 real inches they can move. So they can go up a tier and go 2.5 inches.
Damn it! They're not gonna get there.
Yeah.
Well, wait. It's 2.5 from the tier. I mean, they're like a quarter of an inch from the tier. I'm just.
So I think we could move up a tier. I don't know if they can get to the giants.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, maybe what I'll do.
And then the horse archers, right? It costs them 8 normal inches to go up a tier, leaving them with 16
by about 4.
So they can go 4 actual inches on the table while going up a tier.
All right. So I think I might actually be able to get at least some of them to you, but it's 1 unit.
Right.
So I have to measure from the furthest one.
Right.
All right, then I guess the safest thing I have to do is just the horse archers on there.
Yeah.
And then I'll start to advance these guys behind them.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we agree I can do that, or?
Yeah. Measure the 4. Are you within 4 inches? So then, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna go like.
Give you some extra space
Thanks. Oh, sorry. Well, I don't want you to go too far away because I want to get to you later. Here, I'll go here.
here. This is really coming down to the wire.
There we go. And then these guys, I will take you up on that 2. What would you say it was? A 2.5 inches?
2.5, yeah.
So 2.5 from the far one.
Yeah.
So basically, just barely a hair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So now 3 attacks on your.
Correct.
Because I don't get 6 attacks, I just get 3.
That's right.
All right. And
Go to the overhead for the dice.
all right, now
My armor's 5. That's what you need.
5s. Okay.
Damn it.
All right, 2 hits. You need a counter?
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. So 2 hits on my hill giants. Now remember, giants have 8 health.
Dang.
I have to hit them for 8.
Shit. All right, I think that's all I can do.
Yeah. Okay. So I stay in melee. That's yeah. I don't want to hit my own guys. So I'm going to send these storm giants into melee,
Okay.
and I'm going to have these ogres try to work their way around to the back.
Makes sense. All comes down to King of the Hill.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so sending Storm Giants into melee for the first time. So, this is against your Horse Archers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's against me. Everybody's injured. So, my Storm Giants hit your Horse Archers.
Automatically.
Just checking the damage here. Automatically for one hit.
Okay, so that goes up to 2,
Right.
which takes 1 out,
That's right.
So, do you care which one?
No,
I guess
don't.
the one
You
closest
get
to
to pick.
the one closest to the Storm Giant.
Anything you like.
I'll just put it here.
Great.
So I can get rid of the damage die.
Yes. And then my Hill Giants, and they do 2 damage, so if I hit, I take away another figure.
Gotcha.
So your armor's 4, down to 2 because of the giant strength. No modifier for raining melee. No modifier for long range. So I just need a 2. And another figure goes down.
All right, so I need a 7. Not to die.
I agree.
Oh no, is yeah 7? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Good for nothing. Oh. Good for nothing. Horse Archers. What a waste. 120 points. Oh, they got a few hits. Got a few licks.
Yeah. Again, perfect storm. That was
lemonade.
Yeah. I couldn't have hoped for anything better to come against my storm giant. Army.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Is it?
I charge into melee.
Who? These guys?
Everybody.
But wait a minute.
It's my turn. Is it my? No, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
So so it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna close on the giants.
Yeah.
We agree that that's okay.
Yeah, totally.
All right. And these damage dice go with this.
Right.
All right. So 5.
2 attacks.
5 plus minus 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
totally.
need 4s.
Yeah, I agree.
2 dice, I need 4s.
Yeah. Now I'll just say for any hit you get 1, but if you score with the ogres, if you score both here, you're going to get 3 hits.
So if I get 2, so okay, I want 2 4s.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Only 1 hit.
Yeah.
All right, so I push my storm giant into my leader into melee. I'm going to try to get these ogres up, and we're going to have the same movement problem. All right, so moving up costs 4.
4.
Leaving 5 actual inches.
Divided by 2.
I can't get up. Yeah.
So you get to the edge?
I
Or?
get to the edge, yeah. So like this.
Okay.
So my melee attacks, my storm giants automatically tag you for 1. Storm giant, singular.
I have 4 health on each of these?
Correct.
Okay.
And then my hill giants start walloping you, and I need a 3. That's what I said last time.
That's what you said last time, because you don't have the
right.
rain thing. Yeah.
Yep, I need a 3. Got it. So that causes 2 damage.
So I turn this over to 1.
Right.
And take a figure off.
Right. Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yikes. My turn?
You need to make a morale check.
Okay. 1.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah. -1 for alignment.
-1 for alignment. So I need 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank goodness.
Still there.
So I would like to kill your storm.
Yep. You're in contact. You can do that. That's smart. So my armor's 5. Down to 4 for your strength. Down to 3 because you can wrap around and get backpack. So you need a 3. Two is what he rolled. 2.
Oh well.
I will. Your ogres are tough.
They're pretty tough. I might make it 1 more round.
I'm going to try to get. You know what? I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to try to get my ogres up so I can go up and go 2.5 inches. So that's just the first tier. So they crawl up this hill. Everybody attacks. I do.
Go ahead and flip a...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Storm Giant hits you. And again, if I can roll a 3 here, that's going to wipe you out. Oh, I rolled a 2.
I'm glad I'm not the only one rolling 2s.
It's your turn.
I'm going for your Storm Giant. So we decided I needed
a 3.
3.
Yeah. No. All right. I pull the. I'm gonna.
No.
Okay, so I pull the ogres
it's
up.
done. It's over.
Yeah,
it's
that's
over.
gonna be it. Okay, so I'm not taking any chances here. So the Storm Giant tags you and you're at 3. I'll just do this. If my Hill Giants can roll a 3, that eliminates them. I can't. I rolled a 1, but I have ogres at the back.
Yeah.
So I would need again a 3 actually because of the back. Come on.
Right.
Okay, that finally did it.
What a game.
Oh, Dan.
That was a great game. That was one of the better ones, I think.
Wow. I'm amazed you didn't kill my Storm Giant at the end. Wow. That was an epic.
Yeah, that was epic.
That was an epic.
That had a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. The rain makes everything slower.
Yeah.
Right? Anytime you have a rain fight, it's going to be a bit of a slog.
Oh, it was a slog.
I'm just going to turn off the rain audio here. So, let's see what people have been chatting about while we played out that end game here. Okay. Ogres, trolls, liches. Ghost pirates is what was requested around the
Ghost pirates?
additional types of undead in the future.
Neat. That was that naval battle I was talking about. I am looking forward to the naval battle.
Well, so am I. Okay, and if Baquius either just tapped out a couple minutes ago. Thanks for checking in tonight. So, question number 1. Among the many questions, question number 1: did my amazing, brilliant army break the game?
No, it did not.
It was less dominant than I was hoping for, and that was about as good as I could hope for. Bringing Horse Archers in was the best possible thing I could possibly see to begin with.
Yeah.
Plus rain to begin with.
Yeah.
And I was still worried a bit at the end.
It was relatively close. I mean, you definitely won, but with some to spare. But
that was I really had to work at that.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it game breaking. No,
I agree.
Yeah, you've beat me much worse than that.
I agree with that actually. I agree with that.
Times.
The Storm Giants are interesting. I can control the weather. I can basically just lock down the weather to my taste. But they're not a big damage unit. Right. I automatically hit, but it's always 1 point.
Yeah.
It's 1 point and 1 point and 1 point.
Right.
And maybe not even that if I'm throwing stones at a solo like your Wyvern.
Right.
Which was interesting. I'm so glad we remembered that.
Yeah, that's important.
And again, I got a little bit overexcited about tagging your Wyvern, and I overlooked that. So I'm glad we thought about that. How do you like the Lich on the Wyvern?
I want to get a tattoo of a Lich on the Wyvern.
Yes. Okay, so let me so a couple of things. Why do I have a Lich on the Wyvern?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like, Lord of the Rings, you have the Nazgul, right?
Yes.
The Wraiths, in the final scene on, what do they call again? What are the flying units the Wraiths are on at the end?
Sorry, I've read the books, but it's been a long time.
I've had so much on my mind tonight. Whatever they are, the Dark Flyers or something like that. And I kind of wanted something like that. Original D&D, they have, like in the castles, one of the guardians of the castle might be heroes on griffins, right? So I'm thinking undead. So initially I kind of wanted, and the other thing in chainmail, presumably wraiths are on those flyers. Wraiths have fly move, and it says that they're mounted, right? Chainmail, it actually says that those types are mounted. So initially I kind of wanted wraiths on Wyverns, but you add the numbers up and they don't count enough
Right, they're not bad
for a solo unit.
Yeah.
So if I upgrade that to a Lich, then it becomes statistically significant, and I'm like, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I did that. So I like having that. I'm really glad that they just happen to have they just coincidentally are the right level to have all the spells that I've got in the game.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
I'm glad that you got to test so many things.
I think I made good use of move terrain.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. It was basically a move cheat. It was like I got to double my movement or something. I would have only been able to go 2.5, 2.25 across the rough, and I moved 6 across the rough. So almost tripled my movement using move terrain.
I hadn't thought about that, and you know what? That wouldn't even work that way if you hadn't had units stacked up.
Yeah.
But that's what we're currently interpreting it, and I love that.
Yeah. Fun.
Crazy. What else? So my questions here are, think about flyers. We're going to think about flyers in the rain. We went with traditional. You can't cast spells if you're riding a flying mount, which is what happened there.
Which is correct. Yeah.
There's this.
You didn't make me fasten my safety belt before we were on the Discord talking about it.
That's great. Presumably it happened before the game started. Anything else tonight that was surprising or we should think about?
I'll
check the chat too. Fell beasts. Thank you, Disparrow. The rates are writing fell beast. I have a miniature for that in house.
Cool.
You've seen it before. Fell beasts. Thank you for that. That's what I was thinking of. Which are pretty wyverny. They're pretty wyverny. Now, Disparrow thinks that the mud should be separate from the rain. That if it starts raining, it shouldn't immediately turn muddy. That one I'm probably going to stick with the movement being bad as soon as it turns to rain. Partly for simplicity, and partly because I would have to rebalance everything.
Yeah.
But mostly for simplicity.
Yeah.
If other people think like Disparrow that it should take a while for the rain to affect the movement, I'd like to hear that. Maybe I'm insane about that. For simplicity, I kind of just want that in this condition. This is the effect.
Yeah.
I could be crazy.
It really only matters in these games with magic, right?
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
So I guess I don't know if I don't know. I think I have come to appreciate simplicity so much. The more I DM and stuff, that I can respect that.
And it's funny because we're talking about that here, and we have so many crazy units and abilities and effects. We are starting to grapple with how much complexity we have at the table.
Yeah.
I have certainly intended Book of War to be as simple as possible. But still want to incorporate this kind of high-level D&D stuff, and I feel like I really don't want this any more complicated than it is.
Yeah, I mean the other simplifying one could be weather effect is only if the weather movement effect is only if it was the first weather. Weather range effects is shifting with. You could do that.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's still a little complicated.
Yeah, and I feel like even going up a hill, even if it's just wet.
That's true.
Right. That's going to be bad for horses and stuff like
true.
that. Even just being wet is not going to be
wet
great.
grass or wet anything. You're right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And okay, a unit of horses represents 10 horses.
Right.
As soon as 10. Okay, so let's say you have 5. Yeah. So as soon as 50 horses cross something, it's going to mud immediately.
That's a good point. I agree with that. Yeah. They're going to tear up the turf pretty quickly.
Yeah. As soon as it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That feels pretty compelling to me. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm so glad we're thinking about all this kind of stuff. And I mentioned Agincourt earlier, and Disparrow's pointing out it wasn't actually raining at the time. It had rained earlier, which is why it was muddy, of course. So I totally reasonable thing to argue about. Yep.
I love that it ended on a hill. That was like super epic too. Just like everybody.
That is a good point. That was pretty. iconic.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
How we ended that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So we used the whole board. We used the flyers. You were looking at every single spell in the game.
Yeah.
I did my best to try to break the game over your head, and it was it really came down to the wire at the end.
Yeah.
As it often does.
That's a good one.
Cool. Okay, so we're probably going to wrap up, and thanks for, obviously it's a much longer game than normal, partly because of the rain, partly because of our rules discussion. So if you stuck around the whole time, thanks so much. Leave a comment. We want to know if you see units that are seem overpowered or mispriced or something like that. Again, check out OED Games' Book of War online if you want to see the stats for everything that we were using here, and the current rules errata is all there. Leave a message if you have a particular thing you want to see us test out next time. And again, if you're a Wandering DM's patron, and if you're not, you can be just for $1. You can get on our Discord server, and I'm sure that we'll all be discussing more of what we just dealt with before we come back next time. Probably some other tweaks. And incredibly helpful the insights and the suggestions that I've gotten in the last 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of this game.
See you there on Discord.
Yeah. Dan, thank you so much.
Oh,
this is one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, this is way up there. Maybe only second to the one I won.
That's fair. That's fair. Yep, that's fair.
No, it's a great game.
Cool. Yeah. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, we expect?
Absolutely.
Cool. And I'll be on next Thursday with more Polar Radiance, and Paul and I will be back this Sunday, so look for us then. See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.